Welcome to another episode of Chopstick Travel. I'm Luke.
And I'm Sabrina.
And today we are super excited to announce that we are in the Philippines. So this is the start of our new Manila series where we are going to be eating everything from street food to village food and to some really high-end stuff too. So we've got a whole trip planned. Today is our first day. We just landed last night and we are going on a tour of the Quiapo area and also the Binondo, which is the Chinatown. So we're here and it is bright and early, only 7:30 a.m. We're gonna start eating. So I'm here with Khee. She's gonna be showing us around, or otherwise known as Foodie Mama PH. You can check her out on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. So where are we right now?
We are here in Quiapo Market. It is the center of Manila. So we're just gonna be walking around and eating around all day.
Yeah, we've got a lot of things to eat, so let's get started. So yes, we are here in the Philippines after much anticipation and lots of people asking us to come. We are finally here and Khee is going to be showing us around for the next 7 days. So actually she just spotted someone selling something that looks really interesting, so we're going to order it up. So what is this, Khee?
Yeah, it's soft silky tofu with like caramelized brown sugar and pearls. We call it taho.
Taho.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We normally have it for breakfast.
So we've got our snack here. He dished it out of his little contraption that he's carrying on his shoulder, and yeah, this is called, as Khee said, taho, and it is warm in my hand. Actually, I didn't expect it to be warm. I usually, when I think of silken tofu, I think of dohua, which is served cold usually. So you can see there's also some pearls on the top, little like kind of boba, and then there's caramelized brown sugar on the inside. So I'm just gonna go in for a drink. That's really good. I feel like there's a little bit of almost coffee flavor going on in there from that caramelized brown sugar. Very silky smooth. And then those bobas have a little bit of a chewiness to them. And I like how it's warm. And it's really nice and kind of hearty to have for breakfast.
All right, let's give it a shot for breakfast. Oh yeah, it's nice. It's not too sweet. A lot of different textures going on in there and served warm. It's a nice way to start the day.
So what are your first impressions, Sabrina?
This market is really nice. It's vibrant. They have different things like dried fish and then your fruit, and there's actually some shopping here, and it's not too busy here early in the morning, so it's really nice to kind of just walk around and learn a little bit about Filipino food.
So we're working our way through the market, spotted another stall selling something that looked pretty interesting. So we ordered up this, and this is deep fried bananas that have been fried with caramelized brown sugar. Just a very small, humble stall on the side of the road with some fresh looking bananas. So I'm gonna try it out. Oh wow. Yep. That is really good. There is a sweetness from that brown sugar that has been kind of caked onto the outside, and then a sourness from those bananas, almost like a little bit tart. And you can see that they're like cooked all the way through, so they've lost their mushy banana texture and sort of turned almost like halfway between a banana and like a cake, because it's a little bit sort of doughy feeling, but it's really delicious. Hot. So this market is just teeming with food and all kinds of people, hungry diners. There's lots of little eateries, but then there's also some legit like street food stands. So you can see this is sort of like an eatery behind me. And then where we just had the fried bananas was more of like a street food stall. So a mix of both. It's really interesting. Before coming here, I didn't really know anything about the Philippines or the Filipino cuisine until I started researching. So it's going to be a trip of learning, and I'm really excited.
we have found a pretty rare street food today. This is one of Khee's childhood favorites. She brought us here. It's really simple, but it's made out of flour, egg, and baking powder as well. And he covers it in margarine and dips it in a bunch of sugar, and it's called a hot cake. So I'm really excited to try it. It smells really sweet, so let's give it a go. Oh, it's so hot. Whoa.
Whoa.
This is really good. If I could compare it to something, it would be like a murtabak pancake. Really sweet, really thick, and like really buttery. So it's got like juice almost when you take a bite. It's served really hot and fresh.
And in a really cool location right in the market here from his little bicycle. So my turn to try the hot cake. To be honest, it looks like an omelet. It looks like an egg yolk omelet, but I don't think it's gonna taste like that. So let's try it. Yeah, very sweet. It has a really bouncy texture. The sugar hasn't completely melted, so it's sort of crunchy too. That's good, yeah. That little hot cake there was only 5 Filipino pesos. I don't know what the conversion is, but I know that that is seriously cheap. So lots of interesting foods and friendly people here at the Quiapo market. Really pleasant place to walk around. There's a lot more things that we wanted to try that we're going to save for another episode. But now we are heading to the Binondo Chinatown area. So we just arrived to the Chinatown here in Manila. You can see the gate behind me here. This area is called Binondo, and this is the oldest Chinatown in the entire world. So we started the morning with some Filipino classic street foods, and now we're going to be eating Chinese food.
The area.
Yep.
So our first little snack that we're gonna have in Chinatown is some barbecue pork sticks, and we spotted him, but we smelt him from even further away. So we were kind of like following our noses to figure out what is this awesome smell that we smell. So we're gonna go into the restaurant right now and have a taste.
So we've got our skewers here. This is pork meat that has been glazed in like a lot of sauce. You can see there's quite a bit of sauce. It's almost red in color, and then some burnt bites in. Me and Khee are gonna try it out here. Cheers. That's pretty tender. Yeah, I think it is like a soy sauce with a little bit of sugar, because it's a little bit sweet. It's pretty salty too.
It's sweeter than the usual, but
sweeter than usual and smoky too.
Here's my stick. I picked out a nice thick one. It smells really good. Oh yeah, that's quite sweet. It's like a really sweet barbecue sauce.
Street side BBQ.
So good, so smoky.
Nice little quick stop for some barbecue. That was pretty good. And we're just walking through Chinatown now. We're really friendly people all around. Lots of colorful sights and nice pleasant day. Not too hot actually. So where are we now, Khee?
we're here at Dong Being Dumplings. It's one of the oldest Chinese restaurants here, and they make the dumplings in-house, so you can watch them make it fresh and hot, and you can eat it right away. You should eat it right away. It's really, really good. Their best seller is pork kucai dumplings, so let's go ahead and try it out.
Yeah, let's go try it out. Okay guys, we're sitting down in the restaurant now. As Khee mentioned, this place is called Dong Being Dumplings. We have some really gorgeous looking boiled dumplings.
Yeah, so there's pork and there's chives inside, and the wrapper looks really thin, and it's all made in-house like he said earlier.
200 pesos for 14 of these, so pretty good deal. There's quite a lot.
Yeah.
So we're definitely gonna have to dip these in some sauce though. So we have some condiments. I'm going to make a little sauce here. This is like a soy sauce mixture, maybe a little bit sweet, or a little bit in there, not too much. And then also there's some really good looking chili oil on the table, and I'm gonna go generous with that right in the middle there, and maybe get a little bit extra oil. And that's gonna be nice with the dumplings. So let me grab one of these little guys. These are pretty small dumplings, but they look like they're packed full of flavor. And I'll grab a little bit of chili, some sauce. Let's try that. Oh, those are really nice. Yeah, that chili oil is not too spicy actually. It's just a little bit smoky. The wrapper is really thin, and then the pork is just falling apart in my mouth there with a little bit of a green onion flavor. Oh, those are really good. You gotta try this, Sabrina.
All right, I'm gonna give it a try here. Dip it in some sauce. That looks awesome. Oh yeah, there's actually a little bit of garlic in there as well. That wrapper is so perfect. It's so thin.
Yeah, these are pretty good little dumplings. Very small, but very flavorful. I'd say they're on par with some of the dumplings in Taiwan, and I love it with this chili oil too. Those were some really delicious, tasty dumplings and an interesting introduction into Chinese Filipino cuisine at Dong Being Dumpling. I definitely would have walked right past that place because it doesn't look like much, but they're making some serious dumplings in there. So it looks like we're getting deeper into the Chinatown now, and we're actually going to head inside like a market part here, a covered area. So let's go check it out. We are sitting down at our next restaurant, and this is a really tiny place, and it's only got 2 tables. The name of it is called Nu Po Heng, and they're serving lumpia, which is like a Chinese style spring roll. So you can see it here. There is just tons of ingredients. It's really hot. There is ground peanuts, lettuce, cabbage, carrots, all sorts of vegetables, and then there's also ground pork and also tofu inside. So let me break into it and try it out here. Wow. That is really good. There's a lot going on in there. All kinds of different crunchy and soft textures, and then everything's held together with that wrap really nicely, which has sort of like an elasticity to it, and it's got definitely a sweetness too. I love all of this cabbage. I think it might be pickled cabbage because it's got a little bit of a sort of like juicy, slightly sour crunch to it. And then we've also got this raw garlic vinegar dip here. This stuff looks seriously strong, so I'll try to go a little easy on it. Let's try that. Wow. Wow. That goes really well together.
Is it strong?
No.
Is it burning your nose?
It's really garlicky.
So this stall is actually directly inside the market. It's really good, and Khee recommended that we squeeze this sweet sauce onto it, just directly onto the wrap. So let's give it a try. Oh, it's thick. Wow, that is like thick and clear. And give it a shot.
It's like honey.
It's like honey? All right, I'm excited. Oh yeah, it's quite rich and thick on there, but it complements everything really well because everything's quite savory. Oh, good. Oh, wow. Cut.
70 each?
Ooh, yeah. Yep, 70 pesos each. I don't know,
Good
pretty
price.
cheap, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good.
This is also a rare street food.
What do we got here?
We call it binatog. It's corn.
It's corn?
Yeah, it's white corn
White corn is fluffy.
with coconut
Oh.
only. So this is the sweet version.
Matamis maalat.
Sweet or salty?
So we just left the lumpia restaurant, and as soon as we walked outside, there was a man hawking something, and I didn't know what it was, but Khee tells me that this is quite a rare street food. So you can see here, this is called Binondo, and it's got corn, so there's white corn at the bottom there. This is the sweet version, so there's also a savory version, coconut on top, and then lots of condensed milk, and it's served hot, and he is dinging his little horn there, or dinging his little bell, I mean, on his bicycle, so he's selling it right out of the back of his bicycle. Pretty cool, so let's try it out here. Yeah. It's almost like a sweet creamed corn, and then with a little hint of sort of like tropical flavor from that coconut. It is quite sweet. There's a lot of condensed milk in there, you can see. But that corn is soft and still has a little bit of a bite, but it is nice and soft, so it's easy to eat. And he's trying to get all the customers in with his bell here. Sabrina's starting to try?
Yeah, it looks really creamy, and it's actually like extremely hot.
Yeah, it's really hot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Very strong in the corn flavor. And something that I realize over here in Asia is that corn is used in a lot of different treats and desserts.
Yeah.
Which is totally brand new to us, but it's really good.
It's good?
Yeah. And the corn itself has natural sweetness already.
Yeah. Pretty rare, not very common, right?
Especially in the more developed areas, you won't really see this much.
So behind me here, we just walked by this really beautiful church. This is called the Binondo Church, right?
Yep, it's also called Basilica de San Lorenzo Ruiz because it's named after the first ever saint in the Philippines, Lorenzo Ruiz.
Wow, cool. Yeah, it's really beautiful.
180 lahat. 180 lahat.
We are doing a ton of eating today, and we just stopped at our next little hole-in-the-wall shop, and they are serving something called siopao. So this is sort of like the Filipino Chinese version of a Shenzhen bao or a baozi. So it's steamed first, and then you can see on the bottom that it's been fried. And I'm gonna bite into this. I'm guessing there's pork inside, maybe a little bit of green onions too, so let's try it. It smells really, really good, and I'm gonna kind of break it open here so we can see inside. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow, so there's a big like meat ball almost on the inside. Oh, that is really yummy. So tons of flavor there. It is quite juicy on the inside. It's not really crispy on the bottom. It's more just fluffy from being steamed. And I guess this is some turnip that is inside of it. It's got a little bit of a crunch, and then that meat is just very tender. It's pretty good. Yeah, I love the turnip in there. It gives it a nice crisp crunch. So that was a really good fried baozi there, and we are getting quite full after that, but having just such a great time walking around Manila here. Our first time in the Philippines, the impressions are really good. People are so friendly here, and I was expecting to be really hot, but fortunately the weather's not too bad. It's pretty mild. Now, I guess we're gonna have some dessert. We're gonna have the famous Filipino halo-halo. For dessert today, we are having the famous, as I mentioned, halo-halo here in the Philippines at a place called Barrio Fiesta. It's like a chain restaurant. We're in a mall, but this one just looks so good. Check this out. So there's all kinds of different layers here. Starting from the top, we've got a cherry, and then this is a purple yam ice cream. Then we've got the shaved ice with condensed milk, all kinds of different gelatins, tapioca pearls. There's some red beans, just all kinds of different things. And so I've mixed it up pretty well. I'm actually gonna start by just trying this purple yam ice cream at the top, which is like super vibrant purple color. Let's try that. Yeah, it's sweet. It almost has like a potato-y-ness to it, and definitely sweet. I'm gonna try to get some of these things down at the bottom here. Some of the chewies, if I can, without spilling it. That's pretty good. There's some ice pieces that are larger than the other ones, and they're sort of really crunchy and hard, almost like a little rock. and then the chewies down the bottom are really, really soft. It just completely fall apart in your mouth. It's pretty good. All right, we are finished off with an incredible day. Thank you once again to Khee. Check her out, Foodie Mommy PH on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everything. Thank you very much. And we had an incredible day. Let us know down in the comment box what you thought was the most delicious looking thing we ate, and we'll see you again from the Philippines on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.